practicing teaching. So I kind of find like sometimes I give everything. Okay, so officially this is the first time we'll be running a whole class. So supposedly when you open up the door, it's going to be like a sunset. So I will try to make it like a 50 minutes. We get a short break, come back 50 minutes, and then there'll be something later for you. So I promise I will get you guys to leave by 6 o'clock. It'll be okay. So first up, it's not there. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. These are my lesson plan. So there will be 3 group challenges in the first hour. So you need good teammates. Good teammates. So later on, when you go home, you probably wanted to I think. Actually, I don't know which one is Jenny, which one is Central. But one of them wrote me, and she says she has been feeling really anxious about next presentation. So I gave her everything, including a lot of films you can watch. Oh, by the way, I actually have a YouTube channel that no one will be watching. So if you are interested, I will show you. Okay? You can just Google me. Okay? Just my teaching videos with my huge forehead. Okay, I think I'm pretty much okay. My father still has some hair, so for men, this is really important, right? When you get to 50, 60, you still have some hair to play around. So this is very important. So bear with me. So first up, we will be doing some kind of group challenge, and then second up, my show. I've been practicing for like the whole weekend, and I still stuck. I just sort of want you guys to know, okay? And I went around, shopping around. When you go home, okay, let's come to the pink handout for the day. Oh, and by the way, I'm setting up a recorder because this is an EMI class. So in order to invite so many speakers, we need the money from the university. University wants me to do video shooting for like 6 weeks. So the video is right there, only on me. For the future, if you don't want your faces to be on, okay, let me know. All right, first up, probably I should shut down the camera for now. I will be sending away moving classes, okay? But ignore them. Those emails are not the real one. Follow this. I'm leaving Saturday night. I'm going to Salt Lake City, Utah, for like 5 days. It's a very big conference in America. Also, the first one I presented when I was a student, 24 years ago. Okay, I'm probably older than your father. My gray hair started to grow. Okay, but it's okay. I went to many doctors this morning, and I have a lot of symptoms I can share with everybody later. Okay, I'm hoping by the time you guys graduate, come back with your kids, I'm still alive. This is really important. Okay, I actually had a lot of coffee before my class because I get nervous too. So will you? All right. So 28, I won't be here. If you get any email, don't trust it. Okay, this is the key. Next week, no class. Don't come. Don't go around. Okay. Number 2, come back 2 weeks. And between now and then, okay, don't feel bad. If you want to write me anything, go ahead, because you guys will be super anxious. If you have something you want to talk to me anytime, if I'm awake, I will talk to you. Right? I get up in the night, I will try to respond to you. Okay. I will stay in the Airbnb. I don't really know what is going to happen because it was pretty much okay. And I always have a lot of trouble with Airbnb. Like I didn't know how to break in and all stuff. But basically, if you are choosing your topic for next week, you need my opinion, I will let you know. Okay. Try not to repeat, but there's some other good I will do. So this is basically, and everything after this, if you come back, because we have a lot of intervals with like the spring break, okay? And then coming back later on, if you see stars, it basically means you are going to be busy. All right? But before anything happens, I always try to put on the demonstration. You can probably follow, right? So for next week, no class. The week after, as you are going to be your second challenge, you are going to come back to do a pitch. You probably know the meaning, okay? Because pitch is much shorter than a regular presentation. Right now, American job market, they don't really do interview, they do pitch. Okay, I wonder if you guys have ever been there. And this is not probably proper. Okay, I will probably get Austin or Owen to do this. Like, anybody ever been to 7 minutes dating? You pay, you sit down. Maybe you guys use app right now. You don't use like the dating. Okay, there are a lot of blind dates, and all you do is go on and then pay some money. You sit down and try to talk to each other and try to impress someone. So this is like Hi. Hi. So if I get like only 2 minutes and I want to impress her, later on she's going to, oh, I want to be going out with this one. So this is what they go. Okay, so pitch is probably from here. Okay, everything is American way, and it's just everything just happened so fast, and we don't really want to learn, but this is a good practice. You can probably try. Don't learn anything from Trump right now because everything's going nowhere, right? So later on, if you come back after this, we will be focusing on one individual presentation. Jenny was asking me if she has to find something from Decathlon. Well, this one probably, but not necessarily. You could choose something from Decathlon, right? So the 20th of April, Annie will be here, and then it's going to be, oh, no, sorry, 27th. So it's going to be the final one. So your video from audio, actually, the audio files from previously will be sent to her, and we will do a comparison if you are making progress between that audio and 27th of April, okay? And coming back, Nicole will be here. We will be doing something, it's not really project-based. For Nicole's part, it's going to be more like a problem-based. Today we will do here with a little bit. Okay, just to wrap up, okay, I don't want it to go on and on and on. Okay, basically this is what we do for the day. So far so good? Don't come next week. See you in 2 weeks. Write me anytime. Okay? No pressure. Lavita is the only person that will respond to me on our group line. Please, your father will be waiting for you. Don't just be so quiet. Okay, my son always does. And my father is the other extreme. Okay, he writes a lot. Okay, 早上那个什么今天好。My father says that all the time. Okay, this is pretty annoying. We'll probably have to put someone up there. There's something wrong with the machine. So if you could please pay attention to that one, and I will be sending you some handout for the day. Okay. So roughly, let's start from our first challenge. Okay. So guys, down there, you can use this one. Okay. And let's try to practice like this way. It's always like starting from you, and then you will have some members you can discuss. All right. There will be some other. We have 2 more later. So use a color pen, and then you can do as much as you can. So this is basically your challenge. And because we want each table to be able to share something. If you know some great ideas, don't be too loud. Otherwise, people from you will hear. Okay. Today and next challenge from the pitch challenge will be looking at creativity. So this will be something that I wanted to try with everybody. And for now, between now and probably the end of today's class, don't Google, because once you Google, you have all the answers. This is based on a teacher's lecture. Actually has some final answers out of it. But I want you guys to try that, okay? Imagine you have an envelope like this one. In there will be, let me send this to you, so you can also take a look at your phone. I had a PDF file, F file here. Okay. So 3 challenges before 4:30. Okay, guys, take a look if you have access to your cellular phone. Might be easier. Okay, so before the end of today, if you have 2 hours, there'll be $5. Right now, roughly up to about 150, 200. Let's make it 200 new Taiwan dollars for now, okay? Because the war from the Gulf War, and then what do you do? If you have like $5, okay? The third slide will be very crucial. You have to do something legal. How can you make $400 in 2 hours? Okay. And then 2 weeks from now, okay, I will be coming back in 2 weeks, right? How much can you make? Legal. One way people always do, okay, I will try to say the answer, and you don't have a chance to do that, okay? My classmate actually back in college time, he came here to Nanzi. He was visiting his girlfriend, and he used my motor scooter to go to see his girlfriend, who lived in Nanzi accidentally. And he rode the scooter to Nanzi station. He felt really tired, so he just bent down a little bit, tried to take a nap. Every 3 minutes, Obasan will pass by, shout at him, "You okay?" Okay, this is very typical people from the south, and he feel very annoying, so he just went home. And one way we can do, okay, get a blanket. If you have a blanket, go to Nanzi station, put on the blanket, and wrote these 2 words. You have to use 2 so people think you are illiterate, you don't read, okay? And then put it there, lie down there, see how much money you can get. Okay. Try tonight. I think people in the south are really warm. If you do this in Taipei, like 4 years, 10 years, you probably die in there, okay? Before Taipei train station. No one's going to do anything. All right, I will put up some music so people won't hear you talking, okay? This challenge, 5:30 today, 2 hours. Next week, what happened? Okay. Go ahead, in your group.
是说2个小时还是2个？deadline 它有2个 deadline， 一个 deadline 是2个小时后，另一个 deadline 是1个礼拜后。对的。2个小时，那就只能隔1小时，随便的事而已。真讨厌打额头了。就可能有4倍时间。开玩笑，对吧？多一点天幕的时候。
所以现在是想办法要2个小时内全变成
3星期的事情。他有看开讲吗？
哇，你很熟哦，太欠了。我刚听了什么？哎，这倒不他这个真的是已经考，可恶。
想到的都违法，
走啊！
骗大家说我们要融资，大家集合投资。现在打仗很赔，赔超绿的。
All right, just a warm up. We have second one and the third one. Hopefully, by the time you go home, you probably will get something. Okay, volunteers. There are plenty of opportunities you can probably try. I heard lottery. Lottery is one way, but there's no guarantee. You are not going to get anything. Exchange, okay, more. Give us the whole picture. How? Give us some
I
detail.
don't know.
Okay, all the idea. 2 hours. One second. 简单，给他listen。
你短期可能就是让它已经变成了，所以我们这里这边是东西。
不是啊，我现在发一个对文，
一个200块。
Okay, so she's going to give away $1 to someone. You are trying to get interest, right? If somebody is borrowing money from you, you are going to charge them like double. Okay, this is one way. Okay? Lending the money to someone who needs the money. This is like a short loan. She will be taking interest. Okay, this is one way, right? Anything? Please stay with me. Go ahead. Is casino legal?
Illegal in Taiwan.
In the States.
Yeah, but how, you have to go to state, and your $5 won't get you to state.
We just assume ourselves in the States because.
And there's no assumption, you have to do it here. Okay, but you're acceptable, okay? Maybe not today, maybe next time, if you are taking some other courses, like a financial investment or something, but this is probably very different. You have to do something illegal, and then the movie 当男人谈恋爱 he was in illegal gambling or something. Okay, nothing illegal.
Wow.
You ask the random celebrity to sign on your $5 bill.
Okay, random celebrity. I'm getting there. Okay, they get an autograph.
Yeah.
And then $5. They go to Kaohsiung International Airport recently, right? A lot of pop stars from Korea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a picture from Canada, and his bowl only sells for about $300. Yeah, on Shopee. So okay, this is good. Yeah, I like it. You get a bill, you give it to someone. I don't know who you guys will be loving. For me, maybe IU.
Rent our bedrooms because of the concert like BTS and everyone comes to Kaohsiung. Airbnb.
They are getting there, right? And so you guys are going to rent your room to some boys.
No. Only for girls.
Any gender. Good. Getting there.
还是我
Right?
们
One side information.
去租
Do
车来
you guys
做
know
Uber
there is a hotel on campus?
200块
We actually have 11 rooms. Okay?
200块可能只能住联排。
This is one thing you can do.
200块先付今天的
On
押
that
金
side, there is a it's not like a hotel, it's more like a hostel. If you are from this university, anyone can stay. It's only $800 per day. And the bigger one was too big. So getting there, okay? Right now, you guys know you don't need the $5. This is something, okay?
Yeah, I rent.
This is probably very disgusting. If I were you, or I were Owen, or
200块有时候
I'm
差不
younger,
多。
okay, I will put my photo. Okay, this is my room, Gina, and my room, okay, and I will sell my room for like 1 week, and you will see how much money you are going to make. But this is a little bit disgusting. Anything else? Okay, nothing to do, okay, because we have pretty good answers. This is good answer. This is good answer. You don't really need the $5. You actually wanted to go beyond. Okay, you don't need any budget. Okay, let's watch the answer from the other side. It's a typical standard answer from a professor, but let's take a look. Thank you.
So a few years ago, I was the D school, the design institute campus was just starting off. And there was the first year, there was a boot camp class. And there was a whole cast of thousands of people teaching the class. And I was asked to teach 1 week that focused on entrepreneurship. Tina, we would teach 1 week that gets folks understanding the general principles and the ideas of entrepreneurial thinking. So I thought, what can I do? So what I did is I gave the students, every team, an envelope. And in that envelope was seed funding. How many of you know this story? Okay, we're going to cut to the chase in a second and go on to the next story. But this one is the first assignment I gave. They had an envelope, and in that envelope was seed funding. They had 4 or 5 days to plan as long as they wanted, but as soon as they opened that envelope, they had 2 hours to make as much money as possible. Now, for those people who don't know this, folks who don't know this story, how much money do you think I gave them? Any guesses? $500. Anyone else? Yeah? $5. I bet you know this story, okay? Yeah, I know you know this story. So, okay, let's cut to the chase here. I gave them $5 and 2 hours to make as much money as possible. So, what would you do if you were given this challenge? What would you do? Think about it. Does anyone have any ideas? Any thoughts? Organize a party, invite everyone. Are you going to basically charge people? Absolutely. You're going to charge people to come to your party. Love that idea. Great. I'd love to come. How much are you going to charge people? $10. And how much is the party going to cost? About $50. So you only need 5 people and you break even. Okay, good. Anyone else? Another idea? What you might do with $5 and 2 hours? First of all, you guys get gold stars because usually when I ask that question, the first thing anyone ever says is go to Las Vegas or buy a lottery ticket. Really, they feel like, well, I should take a really high risk for earning a big reward. Of course, we all know that the high likelihood is that you're going to walk away with nothing. Well, let me tell you the clue. The teams that made the most money didn't use the $5 at all. They realized that the $5 was actually a limitation. They realized that framed the problem way too tightly. And as they looked at the skills they had and the opportunities around them, that was worth a lot more. So with that in mind, what do you think you would do? Any thoughts? Okay. Since you're being shy, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to give you a couple of examples. One team set up a stand in the middle of the student union here at Stanford, in front of Tressitor. And they just said, they put a little sign that said, we will measure your bicycle tire pressure for free. But if you need air in the tires, we will charge you $1.
Anybody ever tries to do that? We have bicycles on campus too, but most of you probably just ignore them, right? And in the older time, it's really difficult to get a bicycle. And maybe people stop paying attention and our last person actually destroyed it. Okay, nobody cares about it anymore. Okay, there are a lot of stories about these bicycles, and this is probably one thing you can try. We are not a very money-making culture kind of university. Like if you go up like Owen, Austin, you just stand up and then tell everybody, I'm going to pump your bicycle for you. People will probably just walk away, right? I don't know. Okay, so this is one thing. Okay, at Stanford is actually kind of big.
Pretty cool. Well, first they thought they were taking advantage of their fellow classmates because people could go around the corner and easily get their bicycle bike tires pumped up for free. But you know what? They realized halfway through the 2 hours that people were incredibly appreciative. And so what they did is they stopped asking for $1. And halfway through, they asked for donations instead. And you know what happened? People paid them much more. And they walked away at the end of 2 hours with a couple $100. Pretty cool. Now, there were some interesting things that fell out of this experiment. First of all, they realized that iterating along the way, experimenting was incredibly valuable. They could have stayed in their dorm room, written a business plan, and they never would have learned the fact, all of these things they learned along the way. That by asking for donations, they actually made more. So by rapidly prototyping, experimenting, and trying things out along the way, they actually learned a tremendous number of things. So let me tell you what another team did. Another team realized that on Saturday night, there were all of these restaurants in Palo Alto that have really, really long lines. And so what they did is they made reservations at all of these restaurants.
Palo Alto is the county where Stanford University is in. Okay, we probably don't have that kind of culture. Anybody ever been to arena during weekends? It's like a hell. I live right behind Kaohsiung Arena. Okay, getting into Hansen is so difficult. So there's actually a buzzer you can actually hold on in American restaurants. You get them, and when people come in, you can start selling them. Okay, keep this idea because every single time in America it's so difficult to get the toilet. So I always pretend I'm going to the restaurant, and they will give me a buzzer. I use the restaurant, and I go. Okay, I have a lot of buzzers in my house because I go and I collect. So this is one thing you can do, but we don't do that. How about if you wanted to go to see a doctor? Would people do that? Famous doctors, very difficult to get. My cousin does that in Hualien. She goes to Tzu Ji and try to wait on people and then give the order, so-called registration to the elderly people. Very common in China. But people are talking about it. Okay? I wonder if you guys ever pay attention to it. Do you think going to a doctor is very difficult in Taiwan? Do you feel like you hate waiting? And like my father, who is always very impatient, okay? If the government says that it's okay, starting from next month, if you pay 2,000, you go first. Would you guys be okay? People be debating about it. Okay, 3,000, you get a parking space. Now in China, they do that. Okay, I might wanted to do that. Okay, okay, so it will go on and on and on. And basically in Stanford, okay, there's something that people will never know. I'm not quite sure, but typically Stanford is always number 1, number 2, number 3 in the whole world. Okay, they charge people if you want to go in, hold up a speech. So this is also one way. Here we don't charge people. Okay, Wednesday, okay, if you guys have time, please come. There will be a lot of internship sharing. Okay, 礼拜三大家来一下。南亚科 the one that sells a lot of stock, please come. Okay, a lot of people will share their internship. This is something we can try. Okay, and free lunch boxes. All right. Okay, so good warm up, and hopefully I will get to all the other people later. I will send you everything later today. Okay, so let's go to our second part, which is also probably the main idea. I will probably try to get everybody. I will just touch upon this, and probably you come across this term quite often. Things we call design thinking. You can probably do it alone, you can probably do it together. And my previous years, I combine them together. So this year we are going all the way onto project-based learning. So right now it's always problem, right? I throw you $5 US. So we are dealing with something that's not even here. Hopefully, okay, no one drops out the course. When we get to decathlon, when we get after midterm, this is something we would do. Okay, I will put you guys at their store, at their branches, and you will be meeting customers, something we will actually touch on. So two more challenges later today. So these are just the steps that we will probably do. So what do you do when you come to this kind of idea? Okay, starting from this table, Jenna had one idea, giving away the $1. So she was still on the money. Going to Owen started saying that we can actually use the bill, okay, as the budget. And eventually, coming to Sabina's table, you guys have wonderful idea, okay? Rent your room. Now you are not paying anything. You don't have your budget. You can still start making money, okay? I don't know, maybe you guys are not doing that quite often. When I was in college, we did a lot of stupid business. Here, we don't have that. In Gaoke, we don't have that kind of tradition. In National Taiwan Normal University, they have Watermelon Festival. Ever heard of it? On their university anniversary, girls will get one watermelon if someone really loves you. So they have a lot of pressure. If they do not have watermelons, people buy themselves a watermelon. Okay, some girls who are so popular might have 10 watermelons. Okay, if you do not have watermelon, get one. So my university started imitating. We have flowers, roses. Okay, we don't really do that here. You have like a uniform day from high school. I don't feel like this is something quite special. Let's start from something. Can we have guava festivals? Like I'm in love with Jenna, so I buy 10 guavas for Jenna. Anyway, just my stupid idea. Okay. How about this is 1 hour. Every time I say this word, I feel so embarrassing. You probably don't know this word, but you know one meaning of it. Okay. This is the red color one. Yeah, how about the green color one? Okay. We are surrounded by guava and other fruits. The green one that looks like an apple. 红枣. Every time I say this word, I feel like I'm teaching kindergarten English. Jujube. 这沼泽，要不要来一个绿藻传奇？拔蜡传奇。Lower, jujube. Okay. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, but I don't really like it. Okay. 我们没有什么节庆啊，羊宝宝传奇。No, forget about it. Okay. 吃羊宝宝会变胖。All right. Okay. So, one thing you can start putting your ideas into is that if next time you are presenting your product, would that be desirable? Would that be feasible? Would that be viable? Later on, you can criticize me. Today, I have my own product.